to Dog Hugs. Your daily dose of dog love is live. Hi there, Spider. How's it going? You know, I wasn't able to be with you guys yesterday. I really missed being with you guys. And thanks again to Chris and Suhei Parandi for hosting the show and showing off the Stunt Dog Challenge. So Spider and I had a great time away from the show. We were at Heroic Public Speaking online. I usually perform there in person, and this was an opportunity for us to share with public speakers from all across the country what we're up to. So it's the first time that they got to see what you guys see every day. Got to see Spider giving a hug and seeing some of his shows. Well, we have a great show today for you. In a little bit, we're going to show our guests. Yeah, Spider, it's almost time for his busy box. You know what? Let's get Spider busy on his busy box already. Usually we've been introducing this later in the show. This is where I take a bunch of treats and wrap it up in towels and keep him busy. So the first, you could see Spider is so ready to get going. So the first time I introduced this to Spider, I wrapped the treats really loose. Now Spider gets it, so I've wrapped him up tight, and it's going to hopefully take him a while to unravel this so we can have some peace. All right, Spider, let's get to work here, buddy. There you go. Have at it. All right. So there's Spider going to town on his busy box. Well, you may remember last week, we had some computer glitches, and fortunately over the weekend my blessings and prayers were answered, and I want to give a big shout out to the computer guys, Anthony and Joey and David. Oh my gosh, they fixed everything. We're really now up to speed again, and hopefully we're giving you guys a very strong signal. I would love to check in with you guys and see if we've got any comments here so far. Hoping to engage you folks. We really love it when you guys become part of the show. So please, will somebody let me know that you are going? Yeah, I'm seeing a thumbs up there. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Please let us know where you're from. And if you've watched Dog Hugs before, or is this your first time with us, we would love to have you come on and be part of the fun here on Dog Hugs. All right. And also, as you know, if you've been with us before, at the end of the show, we always love to ask for blessings and gratitude. So think of who in your life, in your world, you want to bless and give some gratitude to right now. What I find is that the more that I can put my energy out and be a blessing and be of gratitude in the world, the less I'm going to get inside my own mischief, which can get really overactive. So I hope that that works for you as well. To be able to put energy out makes us think less about how we might be having some challenges in this world. Well, we're going to get straight to the main feature of today's show. We have some amazing guests for you. My good friends, Felicia Foy and Steve Cowboy Collier, and they have some amazing stuff that they're doing inside their small house, making trick performances with their dogs and making equipment that you guys can make at home as well. So without further ado, let's say a quick hello and bring on Felicia and Steve. Hi, you guys. Welcome to Dog Hugs. Yeah, it is so great to see you. Now, remind me where you guys are located.
We are in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Geographically, that's about 50 miles north of Tulsa and about 20 miles south of the Kansas border.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. And I hope the weather is treating you nicely this week.
It is excellent right now, but it's going to be storming a little bit later tonight. So for some people, they don't like that, but I do.
Well, I know that Steve, for you guys who are just meeting Steve for the first time, Steve is also a storm chaser. So to get a weather report from Steve, it's going to be as accurate as you get on your news broadcast. Thank you, Steve. Felicia, shall we? Shall we start off with a performance? Who's that there?
Absolutely. This is Vigo. He's going to come out in just a second.
Okay.
We are actually going to start with one of my main superstars, Supernova. She has a couple of viral videos and stuff, so some of you guys might recognize her. All right, Nova, are you ready to show off some of your tricks?
All right. Let's get it going here.
Get here, Nova.
There's Nova.
All right, Nova. Come on here. Sit. Put him up.
Oh, my.
Good. 1, 2.
Nice.
Dance. Dance. Dance.
Nice. Go, Nova.
Good girl. Go through. Good girl. Go through. Bigger. Thank you. Good girl. Come here. Stay. Go. Hit it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Good job. All right, Nova. Can you come on over here? Good. Sit. Stay. Should we do our big trick? Handstand.
Oh, my.
Yes. Good job, Nova.
Go, Nova.
We're going to do one last final trick for you guys. Ready, stay. All right, Nova. Go strong. Yes. Go handstand. Handstand. Yes, good girl. Can you do one more?
Good girl.
Handstand. One more for the audience. Handstand. Handstand. Hold.
Yeah, good girl. All right.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Bravo. Bravo, Nova.
All right, and we are going to actually just change it up here. I want to show you guys that no matter what size or breed dog you have, Nova, stay with your dad. Nova, go place. There you go. Nova, come here. Go place. Thank you. Stay. Nova's going to hang out on the couch over there.
Hey, I got to ask you a quick question, Felicia. When you said go place, did you send her to a platform or a blanket?
Yes. So I actually
Fantastic. We'll talk about that later.
And she will stay there while my other dogs perform.
Great. All right.
So as you can see, Vigo's ready. Vigo's
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Figure it. Go away. Bounce.
Yes.
Good boy. Back up. Stay. Wait. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Man. Back up. Go small.
Yes.
Go, put him up.
Yeah.
Good job, BBs. All right. Can you dance on your hind legs? Go dance high. Yeah. Good job, buddy. Come here. Hup. Yeah.
Bravo.
Good job.
Bravo. Wow. That was fantastic. So tell us about Vigo.
So Vigo is a 3-year-old Papillon Border Collie mix. He has more Papillon than he does Border Collie. He is a go type of dog. He doesn't sit still. His thing is we go fast. We go very fast. But he is super cute. He is our best cuddler. Loves to give kisses.
That's a champion trick.
Yep. And he loves to give kisses. As you can see, he has his liquor license. Oh, little good boy. And yeah, he's one of our main stars.
Oh, that is really fantastic. Yeah. So Felicia, again, your brand is the Fur-Tastic K9s. And I assume Vigo and Nova appear in your shows?
Oh, yes. Yeah, Vigo does frisbee, he does tricks, and he's learning agility. Yes.
Wow. And I'm seeing an agility jumping behind you. And a little bit later, we're going to show your homemade agility course right inside of your home there.
Yep.
That is pretty amazing. All right. Well, let's get a chance to bring Cowboy Steve on the show. And because I know we want to talk about stuff that you guys can make at home, that we all can make at home to have some fun here. Steve, it is so great to see you, man. I think we were last together in person. I forget what state we were in. Was it Missouri or Minnesota or oh, we were in California, in Lancaster, California.
You sure were.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, you know. It's like you never know where we're gonna run into each other being on tour. You know, I've seen you all over the place. It's kind of funny how that is. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
always a good time.
Always a good time. Well, as you might be able to see by Steve's shirt, he is with the Pirandi Stunt Dog Show, and we've joked about with Chris and Suhei about Steve's role before, because he does just about everything behind the scenes and a lot of performing on the show as well. So I'm always in awe, Steve, of how much work you do and all the different kinds of things you do. So part of how you are for me in the world is that you are great at making stuff. So I am so happy that you can share some of your making stuff genius with the audience today.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump on in. So
All right.
we're gonna look at right here.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
What are we doing
So
first?
our,
Oh, we've got a platform.
So this is a milk crate
Yeah.
with a mat on top. You always want to worry and think about dog safety. So
Yeah.
this way the dog's feet cannot go through the platform. You want to make sure it's nice and secure. So there's zip ties all the way around this, and then we tape over the top just to make sure it is nice and secure. The dogs can't get themselves on the zip ties either. So this is a great feature to start teaching your dog how to stall on things.
Yes.
So you can also use this as a place board as well.
So a stall means to do what?
So you're going to have your dog. Let's see who's going to get up. Oh, he already knows what's going on. So you can have your dog go ahead and jump on the platform. We call this a stall. So
Yeah.
there's many building blocks with this. You can teach them obviously a little bit more balance on sitting pretty. But you're going to eventually transfer this maybe to your back, to your feet. So one thing you can do with these platforms is you can put them over both of your feet and help teach your dog how to stall on your feet. And eventually you'll move the platform out of that.
And that's what Felicia was showing earlier with Vigo when Felicia was having Vigo stall on top of her feet up in the air when she was lying on her back. And did you train it first with the box on top of Felicia's feet?
Absolutely.
Great.
And it's always better when you can have two people to help train. It makes it a lot easier and safer. And as I said before, it's all about dog safety.
Yes.
And then your dog having fun. Safety first, fun next.
Right.
As you can tell, Vigo loves it. So our next thing to use for, we're going to move over to the wobble board or the balance platform. Now,
I'm so glad you're bringing this in, because doggy exercise is really important. And well, go ahead and you describe it.
Oh, I was going to say, I cannot take credit for making this, but we have in the past. All of our stuff's still in storage. So we had a friend make this. Now what it is, it's an inch thick round wood platform. And as you can tell, they put some texture over it and then they painted it.
Nice.
And so the one thing about this is there's no splinters. That's the other reason why they textured it as well. And plus it looks nice. So on the back, you're just using PVC. And as you can see, these brackets here to glue or to screw it in to hold it. Now, the one thing about this platform that's the hardest part of everything is getting it centered. That way, it's right where it needs to be. And dog exercise is great in this aspect because not only are you teaching your dogs to get used to wobbly surfaces, but when they get on here, you're working that core out of the dogs. And that is a great way to get them to have great balance for future tricks. Nova, go place.
Yeah, that is great. Yeah, somebody wants to hug the camera there.
yeah, Nova is the diva. She likes to be in front of the camera, and she goes, "You are not my mom, so I'm not fully gonna listen to you as much as." So what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm actually going to switch places with Felicia.
Okay.
I'm gonna have her demonstrate the wobble board for you guys really quick.
Great.
Since she is the expertise on this one.
Fantastic.
So we're gonna
That was a seamless transition there. Well done.
Well, thank you. As you can see, Vigo went right back on that. Nova, come. Nova, come.
Nova, go face.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Nova wants in on this, too.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. What great balance.
So if you want to eventually teach your dog to do the foot stalls or things like that, this is a great way to work on that balance to get them with a very strong core. So that's an easier transition once you're ready for it.
I'm going to need
plus,
working on this with Spider. This looks really great.
And you can make this in any size. You can use different size boards, different size PVC. If you have a bigger dog, this is really great for Vigo size. Nova might have a little bit of a harder time doing it. Come here, Nova. Go, please. Good. So even a dog her size, she's about 30 pounds, can work on it too. But if you have a bigger dog, like a 50, 60-pound dog, you may need to go with a slightly bigger board.
Right.
So, good job. You can really see how it's working out her muscles there. Good girl. Yes, good job, Nova. All right, Nova, go place. Good girl. So that is our wobble board. Great for exercise, balance, and for prepping them for some of our more difficult tricks.
Fantastic. And I know you've got one more big one to share with us. But before we get back, I've got to ask you guys a question. How are you managing right now with, these active dogs who are used to performing, and now you're staying at home?
So we just do a lot of trick training. We do a lot of trick training on the rainy days. We use a lot of puzzle mats. We use a lot of puzzle toys, snuffle mats, things like that when feeding them, so they get some mental exercise as well as physical. And then we go out in our backyard and we play frisbee, we play fetch, any type of game that they really enjoy that's physical for them.
Yes.
But a lot of these tricks that they do is very physical, so it gives them both a mental and physical workout.
Yeah, that is great. Yeah, the mental and physical enrichment is just really key right now. And thank you for reminding us of that. Yeah. So I know we've got one more goodie to share with the folks.
Yeah, I'm going to just go right over here with you guys. This is everyone's favorite. This is our barrel.
The barrel.
And the dogs will actually jump up on this barrel and ride it. Viggies, I need to hold you for a second. Come here, because Vito likes to try to help his sister doing the barrel, and he will actually learn how to ride on the inside of it. So, Noah, come here. Hold on, Noah, off.
Oh, look at that. Now that's good balance and core.
Noah, go push, 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 push. Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot of room here to show you guys, but the goal is for her to basically roll the barrel across the road back.
Well, she's doing great, especially for such a tight shape.
Yes. Okay, good job.
All right.
All right. So the way that we made this is, and actually one of my friends, Patricia, made this particular barrel for us. Yeah. We have some bike tires here, and you could do it with or without the actual rubber.
Yeah.
Some people just do the rim, depending on what kind of flooring you're going to be on. Then you have your wooden planks here. Come here, Viggy's go place. Thank you. Stay. You have your wooden planks here. Vigo is learning how to do the barrel on the inside, so he's just super excited. And then on the top here, we have a yoga mat. Carpet also works. Any type of foam matting. So Nova, back up, sit, stay. Nova. As you can see, my dogs really love to do these tricks.
Yeah.
So again, with safety, on the inside of this, she actually made sure there's nothing sharp. None of the screw heads are sharp, anything like that. These wood planks, they're all nice and sanded. That way, there's no way the dogs can get splinters or anything like that, because we actually have a dog on the inside and on top of the barrel at the same time.
Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. Yeah. Well, these are really, really terrific ways for you at home to get some ideas on enriching your dog's lives there. Consider starting with that platform and then going up to the wobble board, and then eventually you get a barrel or other stuff that we'll show you. How is Spider doing with his homemade busy box? he looks like he's about done. He's probably going to come over here in a little bit. You guys, on this show, we love to give shelter shout outs. You know, rescue is so important, and I imagine rescue is important to you guys as well.
Yes.
And
So we have one shelter, and we have multiple shelters that we would love to shout out, but
right.
one that we have particularly adopted from is the All Hurting Breeds Rescue of Illinois.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we actually just got one of our newest stars, Reba, there.
Oh,
so.
That's great. Yeah. Well, we really, really appreciate you guys being with us here on Dog Hugs. And Felicia and Steve, as you know, the last question I always love to ask guests is what gratitude or blessing would you like to give a shout out or express today from there in Oklahoma?
Well, actually, you can see right there. There we go. There's some technical difficulties. I forgot.
You're doing great. I mean, it's tricky when you got to go opposite. You know, it's not mirror.
Right. So I just want to give a shout out to Chris and Suhei Parandi. I would not be where I'm at today without them, and especially Chris. So, you know, I have learned everything I have from him. And one thing that he really had me overcome was my fear of talking in front of people. And I never in a million years would think that I would be able to talk in front of 1,500 plus people ever in my life. And when I first started working with him, that was his biggest push, was to get me to start talking on the microphone. And I was hesitant at first. I fought it a little bit, but now I am so absolutely thankful and just blessed for what was supposed to be only a summer gig turning into a full-time, career.
Oh, that is really beautiful. How long have you been with the Parandis?
It'll be 9 years in May.
Wow. That's like half your life.
I wish that was the case, but it feels like it. It is
really
gone
beautiful.
by way too quick, but at the same time, it feels like it's been forever.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. Felicia, anybody you're coming to your heart right now as well?
Just basically everybody that's on the front line of this thing. You know,
Absolutely.
all of our nurses, our doctors, our first responders, all of them that are out there, our essential workers, people who don't have the option to sit at home and, stay as safe as us that are lucky to be able to stay home. So I just want to, give a blessing to them and for them to, stay safe and nothing to happen to them.
Beautifully said. Yeah. Well, Felicia Foy and Cowboy Steve Collier, it's been great having you with Spider and me on Dog Hugs. And I really.
Are we doing our last race?
Oh my God, I blew it.
I was like,
Get right into it. You guys who are watching, behind the scenes, we have a motto, and it's "Go out and make a mistake." And so I just made the big one. I almost blew that. All right, get right into it.
Give us just 1 second. We are making sure everything's set up really quick. So probably about 2 more seconds. We're almost there.
Go again.
Here we go.
All right. So this is something we came up with a little bit ago when our yard continuously flooded. And you got to give those dogs some exercise. So here we go is our indoor agility course.
Go over, go tunnel. Yes, good job, Nova. Very nice. Good girl, Nova. Give me a hug. There we go. Good job. Hug. Good girl. Awesome. Good job.
I am so glad we got to see that. The indoor agility course, folks.
We've pulls, jumps, and a tunnel through the kitchen.
And a tunnel through the kitchen, right. And eventually you'll conclude a stop at the refrigerator, huh?
Right, exactly. So we have a lot bigger plans for the future of our indoor course. We're going to add a few more things down the back hallway, and a barrel, and maybe one more jump, and actually another set of poles.
Oh my goodness. Well, when your dogs are ready for that, we've got to have you back on the show to show off the super deluxe agility indoor course.
Absolutely, we love it.
All right, Spider, you're getting antsy, aren't you, bud? All right. Well, again, Felicia and Steve, thank you so much for being with us on Dog Hugs, and we'll see you again.
Absolutely, it was great to see.
Oops, I took you out too quick. Sorry about that.
Good. I was just saying, thanks for having us on. It was awesome. We'll see you next time.
You bet. Take care, you guys. All right, you guys. Well, that was really, really lovely to have. And well, hello, Manish Ahuja. It's great to see you again. And as I recall, are you from Canada? I don't remember exactly where. But it's really, really wonderful to have you guys with us today. My blessing and gratitude today goes for the person you're not seeing on the show, and that's Robbie Hess. Robbie has another thing going on right now, and I hope that she's going to be back with us again tomorrow. And again, Robbie, thank you for co-hosting with Chris and Suhei yesterday. That was really, really a great show. I got a chance to watch that. Yeah, Spider did as well. So my gratitude and blessing goes to you, Robbie. Well, come on, Spider. Let's come on up for a last hello. Well, thank you so much again for joining us on Dog Hugs. And we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Tomorrow, have a really special guest with you, a good friend of mine, Greg Gondron. You've heard me talk about on the show about the Mankind Project, which is a place where men learn to become better men. Greg is just a fantastic leader in the Mankind Project, and he's going to be with us with his dog Joey. So it'll be great to have Greg Gondron with us tomorrow. And oh, look at this at the very end. Chris is coming in. Yes, nice, great show, Larry. Nice work, the Steve and Felicia. Indeed, right you are, Chris. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on Dog Hugs. And we really express a lot of gratitude and noise to you. Thanks, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow.